see mostly sunny skies through the morning.
News 12 now at 11. Your news starts now.
Good evening, I'm Amber Worthy. Thanks for joining us for News 12 now at 11. UTC Associate Vice Chancellor Chuck Cantrell was cited today for having sex in public. According to the misdemeanor citation for public indecency, on November 3rd, Chattanooga police detectives were working undercover at Cinema One on Rossville Boulevard. The report says that the detective observed Cantrell having sex in the adult DVD store. The jail clerk says Cantrell turned himself in to be processed today and is set to appear in court January 2nd. Joseph Wyram of Hickson and Scott Jarrett of Murfreesboro were also cited for public indecency. The report says Cantrell and Wyram were seen by detectives involved in a sex act. Student says Wyram is also an employee at the university, and Wyram's citation says that he is set to turn himself in tomorrow. Chattanooga police are working to figure out what sent a vehicle in reverse across Highway 58 today into a local nonprofit's thrift store. Take a look. The Chattanooga Police Department responded to Deja New on Highway 58 just before 5 p.m. Sunday for reports of a vehicle into a building.
A vehicle that had actually crossed over Highway 58 in reverse and came all the way through our parking lot and actually ran into the store.
The store is the Humane Educational Society's thrift store, Deja New. Bob Citrullo, the executive director of HES, says that he's thankful that his store was scheduled to be closed in preparation for the holiday season.
And so we were scheduled to reopen Tuesday, so we were just about finished. But that's lucky too, because we kind of got ahead of schedule. Otherwise, we would have had people here.
The building inspector came out and deemed it okay to remove the vehicle from inside the store, giving Citrullo a chance to briefly assess the damage. He believes it could have been worse.
We were so fortunate that no one was here, and the owner of the vehicle, when she crossed Highway 58, that she wasn't hit. It's just amazing. I think if we're familiar with this road, it's pretty tough to get across. She was awake and talking, and so we're really fortunate that no one is severely hurt. We're all pulling forward too to make sure she's okay.
The driver is recovering with minor injuries. No word yet on if charges will be filed. The store opened about 2 years ago in August they moved to this location on Highway 58. The link to the organization's website is on our website if you want to help them, since they're not going to be able to make any money from the store in the next few months as they rebuild. And in Cleveland, police say they solved a robbery and burglary committed by the same suspect within 2 hours. Friday around 10:30 a.m., Cleveland police say officers responded to Mount View Inn on a robbery call. The male victim said that two individuals, a male and a female, robbed him at gunpoint after the victim had given the two suspects a ride to a local restaurant. Officials say the suspects took the victim's wallet and phone, and through interviews, police determined the primary suspect was Demetrius Osborne. The officer later located the suspect behind Cleveland Skate Place. Witnesses in the area gave them more information about a recent burglary and found the missing items on Osborne. And Chattanooga police are investigating two shootings this weekend. Late last night, Chattanooga police responded to a local hospital for a report of a person shot. Police say officers found the victim, Keontae Brantley, who is 26, suffering from a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. The report says investigators determined the incident happened on Holly Berry Lane. And early this morning, Chattanooga police responded to North Tulip Avenue for a person shot. Upon arrival, officers located Gerald York, who is 56, suffering from a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. That victim was transported to a local hospital, and investigators are still trying to determine the exact location of this incident. And if you know anything about either incident, call Chattanooga Police. And as always, you can remain anonymous. Chattanooga police say one person was struck by a vehicle near the Main Times 24 event last night. Around 10:30, Chattanooga police say they were called to East Main after they say 21-year-old Martha Turner struck a pedestrian. Police say they were told Turner was unaware that the group of pedestrians was crossing the road and attempted to hit her brakes. Chattanooga police say one pedestrian was taken to a local hospital with minor non-life-threatening injuries. Turner was arrested on charges for failure to yield the right-of-way and driving under the influence. And a man quit his job and hit the road to accomplish a goal of traveling to all of the country's national parks. But it wasn't just about becoming the youngest person to accomplish this feat. Micah Meyer says after losing his father, he vowed to complete the ultimate road trip. And of course, that brought him to the Chickamauga National Park. After visiting the park, he spoke at Grace Episcopal Church this morning about his journey and the motivation to speak across the country.
Realizing that my dad was a prominent figure in our state, and maybe people needed to know that that pastor could have a gay son, to have their minds changed. And so whoever you are, whatever your difference is, whatever the world tells you, whether it's you're LGBT, you're physically differently able, mentally differently able, you're a different race, different immigration status, whatever the world tells you should make you different and unworthy, I'm here to remind you that the gospel, through Jesus' example, God tells us not only are